Dark Knight's metal has taken the comic book world by storm, and now it's getting a soundtrack that'll complete your transformation into a metalhead. We've got the creatives behind the music here to tell us more about the new album.
The music of Dark Knight's metal came about when Xavier Ramos and Mike Elizondo contacted me and discussed Mike and I collaborating on creating a soundtrack for a new comic book, which from my understanding hasn't been done before, at least in the DC realm. So it was really exciting.
So the Dark Knight metal series is basically, these different Batman characters, and we're basically trying to create music that basically encompasses everything that each one of those characters has.
Initially, what Mike and I used as inspiration, similar to a lookbook for a movie, was a poster that we were given with all the characters. And that, to me, summarized in some way the entirety of the world. And what we're doing before we get the text that is written about every character and the backstory to each of them, we want to kind of imagine, what's this guy like, and Scott and Greg are awesome. Obviously, they're brilliant, amazingly talented people, and they've really given Mike and I the their full support to be as creative as we can be and to take no possibilities off the table. So we're going to fully take advantage of that.
It's been very liberating to just kind of get their ideas of what this universe means to them and what these characters mean to them, and try and write some music that does it justice. The artwork's incredible, the storylines are amazing. And so we're just trying to do it justice by writing music that hopefully, at the end of the day, hopefully Greg and Scott thinks, ties into their creations.
We're developing a sound for the entire realm, and then we're honing ideas that feel like they belong to the characters. So as we develop ideas more organically, the music then starts to choose its character.
We're basically looking at, what makes them tick, why they are who they are, and what makes them, do the things that they do. We're just trying to let that sort of inspire us and to try and imagine what this character's theme song would be. The very first, this has been a lot of discussion, and maybe Tyler and I have gotten together and talked about what we wanted to hopefully accomplish, and also talked about ways that we might want to do this.
One of the overarching ideas that I've contemplated in doing this project is, with graphic novel characters and superhero characters, there is some kind of tumult or darkness inside, an inner conflict. And so it'd be cool to reflect that in the music in some way, but also there's the action part of it. And how does that type of character behave, and how do they take action?
But just for the first idea, we thought, let's get together in a room, and stare at each other and kind of work out some ideas and just see what happens. And I think, we started with this this one riff.
So it started off, we're just like,
how do we work our way down the neck?
So it's,
okay, that's fun, but let's vary that up.
so it's, Mike was like, how about if we make this other part a little bit different the next time? So it's like,
so when you string it all together, it kind of has a really great aggressive punch to it, but it's still inherently beneath the darkness of it, there's fun. We want this music to be fun. We don't want it to be depressing. We want it to be inspiring and something that energizes people, and hopefully is going to get a few people to pick up their instruments and figure out what we're doing.
Exactly.
That's a preview of the new soundtrack for Dark Knight's Metal. And don't forget to check out your latest chapter in the Metal saga at your local comic book shop this week. See you tomorrow.